There is a version of you that only exists when other people are watching. You laugh louder. You change the way you speak. You pretend to like things you do not care about. You act unbothered when something actually hurts you. You agree with opinions you do not believe just because you are scared that being honest might make people like you less. And after doing this for long enough, you eventually reach a point where you do not even know which version of yourself is real anymore. I remember going through a phase where I was constantly trying to control how people saw me. Before I posted anything, I would imagine what certain people might think about it. Before I said something in a group, I would quickly calculate whether it would make me look funny, confident, or interesting. Sometimes I would even avoid talking about things I genuinely enjoyed because I thought other people might find them weird. I was not living my life. I was managing an audience. And the crazy part is that most of the people I was trying to impress were not thinking about me at all. They were busy worrying about themselves. That is something you need to understand. Most people do not care about you nearly as much as you think they do. I do not mean that in a depressing way. I mean it in the most freeing way possible. You spend hours overthinking something embarrassing you said, while everybody else forgot about it 5 minutes later. You worry that people are judging your clothes, your voice, your hobbies, or the way you look, while they are probably too focused on their own insecurities to notice yours. Everybody is the main character inside their own head. You are usually just a background character in theirs. But when you do not understand this, your entire personality starts becoming a performance. You start choosing what looks good instead of what feels right. You go to parties you do not enjoy because staying home might make you look boring. You pretend not to care about school because trying too hard is apparently embarrassing. You act cold towards somebody you like because you do not want your friends to think you are desperate. You spend money on clothes, shoes, or experiences that you cannot afford because you want people online to assume your life is going well. And maybe the performance works. Maybe people think you are cool. Maybe they laugh at your jokes. Maybe your post gets attention. But when you go home, you still have to live with the person underneath the performance. Attention does not feel good for very long when you know it was given to a version of yourself that is not real. This is why constantly trying to impress people becomes exhausting. Every conversation feels like a test. Every social situation becomes another opportunity to succeed or embarrass yourself. You are no longer asking, do I actually like these people? You are asking, do they like me? You are no longer asking, am I enjoying myself? You're asking, do I look like I am enjoying myself? That mindset puts everybody else above you. You hand them the authority to decide whether you are interesting enough, attractive enough, successful enough, or worthy enough. And once you give people that power, you will do almost anything to keep their approval. You will tolerate disrespect because you do not want to lose the group. You will hide your opinions because you are scared of disagreement. You will keep chasing people who barely give you any effort because being ignored feels like proof that you are not good enough. But here is the reality. The people you are trying hardest to impress are often the people who care about you the least. Real friends do not need you to perform. They do not require you to be entertaining every second. They do not disappear when you are quiet, awkward, struggling, or honest. They like being around you, not the character you created for them. And if somebody only likes you when you act a certain way, they do not actually like you. They like what you provide. Maybe you make them laugh. Maybe you make them look popular. Maybe you always agree with them. Maybe you give them attention whenever they want it. The moment you stop providing that version of yourself, their interest disappears. That might hurt, but it is useful information. Losing people because you finally became honest is not always a loss. Sometimes it is your life correcting itself. This does not mean you should stop caring about how you affect other people. Being yourself is not an excuse to be rude, selfish, or socially unaware. You should still listen, make an effort, and treat people well. But there is a difference between being considerate and completely editing your personality for approval. One comes from respect, the other comes from fear. So how do you stop performing? You start by noticing the small moments where you betray yourself. the fake laugh, the opinion you pretend to agree with, the message you rewrite 10 times because you are trying to sound less interested, the hobby you hide, the person you keep chasing even though they make you feel invisible. You do not need to suddenly become completely fearless and tell everybody exactly what you think. Just become 10% more honest. Say what you actually mean. Admit when you do not know something. Wear something because you like it. Stop pretending you are too cool to care. Leave situations you do not enjoy instead of staying just to be seen. And pay close attention to what happens. Some people may like you less. That is the price of becoming real. But the people who remain will finally be responding to you, not your performance. You will also realize that confidence is not being able to impress every person you meet. Confidence is being okay when you do not. It is knowing that somebody can misunderstand you, dislike you, reject you, or think you are strange, and your life will continue. You do not need to win every room. You do not need everybody to recognize your value. You just need to stop acting like their recognition creates it. There will always be people who do not care about you. There will always be people who overlook you, judge you, or fail to understand you. Performing harder will not change that. It will only make you lose yourself while trying. So stop building your personality around people who would barely notice if you disappeared from their lives. Put your energy into the people who call you without needing something. The people who remember what you told them. The people who let you be quiet. The people who care about how you are doing when there is nothing entertaining about it. And most importantly, become somebody you do not need to escape from when the room is empty. Because once you actually respect who you are, you stop begging strangers to approve of you. You stop performing, you start living. I'll see you in the next one.